Ping ping. Is everybody out there? We've got a bit of mix-up in the panel speakers plot. So let's use this time to get introduced to each other. I believe that we've got quite a potent panel to discuss, since we've got all three layers, backend, middleware, and frontend, to understand how they are prioritizing and converging between each other. But before we jump into the actual contents, it would be helpful to let everyone introduce themselves briefly. Stelios, starting with yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stelios Pallis, CTO at excess.com. My responsibility is the technology side of the business and how our global trading platforms build, scale, and staying stable, especially when the markets are stressed and the volatility hits. Most of my career, I've been into building and running high-load systems at FinTech. So I tend to think a lot about reliability and what is actually happening behind the scenes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angelos Grigoriou. I am the COO and co-founder of DynamicWorks. DynamicWorks is celebrating 23 years this year. We are into the financial technology in the last 10 years. We offer a complete, comprehensive CRM solution with traders' room, mobile application, multi-tier IB affiliate system, IDV, KYC, and a lot of AI to brokers. We have over 100 brokers running on our platform. And I'm here to discuss interesting things with my friends and colleagues. And thank you for coming.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm Chief Strategy Officer of B2 Prime Group. We are institutional broker, work with banks, eligible counterparties. We also just launched our retail operation not so far ago. Before I was on the other side, I was a part of regulatory groups, and yeah, thank you.
All good. I'm Rawan, responsible for growth at TradingView. We are not competing at anyone sitting on the left to me, since we are front-end only, which puts us in a very comfortable position. Starting with Stelios, I had a chance to have a brief chat with him prior to sitting on the stage, and I understand you've joined the XS just about a year ago. And being in the CTO shoes, you are in the challenging position to understanding how to upgrade or diversify the backend. So my question to you here would be, since you're focusing on the backend infrastructure, what is your preferred approach? Are you looking to introduce additional backend systems and running them in parallel with the legacy accounts, or are you rather working on that in-house into upgrading them? Are you looking into third-party providers, or prefer to dedicate extra resource and make it in-house?
Yes. For me, building a reliable system is very important, especially in our industry. Reliability means means the system behaves predictably, especially when volatility hits. So yes, I joined Access, and my target is to be able to set up our infrastructure in order to be able to auto-scale and being able to support our global trading platform. And everything is an option around. It's not only about building in-house tools. We are investigating also other platforms, other backend tools that we can use. But at the end of the day, we need to combine all of them together in order to have a solid scalable global trading platform.
Thank you. Alex, maybe turning over to you, because I know that B2 Group as a group is responsible across various products. What would be your response in reference to various backends?
Well, this is extremely painful, to support multiple backends. And of course, especially in retail space, you need to have different platforms, right? So some people, they're used to MT, some people, they're used to CTrader. Our main platform is B2 Trader, which we fully integrated with TradingView like a couple of months ago, I think. And of course, as a broker and as a person responsible for operations and as a person responsible for architecture, I would always prefer to have one and single only backend. It's easier to support, it's much easier to add new features, to develop everything, and you don't deal with multiple different vendors. And definitely the strategy when you have one backend, it's much simpler. But on the other hand, it's not really scalable.
Understood well. Angelos, over to you. I understand that you find yourself in somewhat in between the rocks of backend and front end, where the challenge is quite straightforward. So how do you position the importance of middleware as, let's say, CRM product or any other middleware solution? How do you explain, so what do you see is the changing element in terms of the user acquisition or operational efficiency?
We are the first impression that the customer will have on the broker, because we run the client portal. So the client will go through the client portal first. And we need to make sure that there is a compliance onboarding taking place. So we offer a multi-jurisdiction system, because many brokers, they run on multi-jurisdictions, different onboardings to make sure that they are compliant with every jurisdiction they have, to have an intuitive experience. We embed automated KYC, which is native to our platform during the onboarding. So the fast onboarding, serious presentation of the client portal, and a smooth transition to the trading environment is what we take care. And also the comprehensive and efficient operation of the business at the back end. At the same time, we make sure that the same experience applies to IBs and affiliates who are using our platform to refer clients, to receive their rebates. There must be a rich offering of options for the IBs and affiliates, because for many businesses they are very essential for the success. So we take care of the sales, onboarding, retention of the clients, and also handling of all the financial transactions, deposits and withdrawals in an efficient way and trustful way.
If you can provide a brief example of any particular feature that would be helpful for the brokerage or any other financial partner to onboard, that would improve its efficiency?
Firstly, the built-in KYC and IDV for taking the client from the beginning and asking the client to enter as less information as possible and extract information from the documents they are uploading. That's one thing. And it makes the broker's life very much easier. So they just need to monitor not to operate. And then it's the automation of financial transactions, automation of transfers to the multiple platforms. So we keep one profile, multiple platforms. So that's another thing. The financial transactions are centralized. Then we have the concept of analyzing the voice calls from different perspectives using AI, so that you need much less resources to monitor voice calls for, let's say, sales supervisor, for example, or let's say a compliance officer. Everything is done by AI, and also the AI to do your lead scoring and customer scoring, to know who to prioritize first in approaching as a client from a sales perspective or a retention perspective. And also the automation of retention marketing and retention tools.
Thanks for the elaborative response, and congratulations everyone for having almost 11 minutes of the conversation without mentioning AI. But now, since we've got that mentioned, the elephant is in the room, and some people are leaving. I understand their frustration. Alex, I know that you've got multiple projects running within the group. I wonder what's been your best practice so far of implementing AI and automation, if any?
Well, let's start with the development. We managed to fire half of our developers and replace them with AI. Same for designers, because in current version Claude, AI can create a better interface than any amount of developers and designers, right? So you don't really need any more front-end developers, where we might argue with you specifically, and designers. AI does it much better. In terms of daily processes, look, of course, all the internal analytics, now it's been switched to AI. So including like toxic flow monitoring, all that stuff, this is pretty convenient. And the pain here is that it's very difficult not to implement that, but to force people to use it daily, to change the processes, because you have operational departments, they want to do that to get rid from routine tasks, but they don't know how to do that. And then you have developers who know how to do that, but they are resisting. So, and actually I think majority of IT companies, they now face the same challenges. I don't know, maybe you can give your perspective on that as well.
Yeah, we've just recently got this conversation. Historically, we try to be conservative rather than risk takers, considering the volume of the platform and responsibility of the audience. So most of the machine learning experiments and exercises that we have been doing, they've been remaining in-house, i.e. they've never been released to the public. But it seems that now we've finally identified one element that we are comfortable enough to present to the retail users, and that is a news element. So we've got an enormous number of publicly available RSS data feeds, SEC filings, EDGAR reports from the public companies, which are transmitted in a super simple text format. And it doesn't require a license from Dow Jones or Refinitiv to get the estimates or the actual results of these reports. So we've tested news automation. We understand that there would still be the capacity for the in-house news. It's a shame that our initial moderator had not joined, because it would be a nice angle for him to comment on that. But there would always be, let's say, the insider talks and networking opportunities that machine learning cannot cover. But many of the analysis and reports can be automated, not even in the optimal quality, but on a much faster distribution as compared to the manual editorial work. That's one part. On the other side, I'm personally still quite hectic about the automation, especially when it comes to the AI implementation in any sort of the customer support. Because if you are unable to put the right set of questions in the loop, you just get into the infinite loop of getting the same questions and not being redirected to the live agents, even if you are using the caps lock. So, Angelos, if you've been experimenting with automation on your side of business.
Automation for the brokers or automation for us?
For your kind.
Automation for our clients, it includes what I mentioned before, for example, the marketing automation for retention marketing. That's one very important aspect. Utilizing the AI scoring and segmentation of clients to drive marketing campaigns and retention campaigns as well. And also the automation for assigning leads to different teams to handle. For example, a lead comes in and they have a certain characteristics, demographics, very few information at the beginning. Our AI will check several things apart from the demographics. It will see, okay, what happened to similar users who came from the similar region. They have the similar characteristics, maybe from the same or similar IP campaign or method of acquisition. What is the possibility and who should handle this client? And it automatically assigns this client to the right team to handle it with all the nodes that are needed for handling the client properly. And then the recorded calls are analyzed by another AI, and they are all part of the environment. They're not going out of our environment. We're using LLMs that are locally hosted and processing data. And we're giving them all the insights that the brokerage needs from an analytical level down to drilling down to see the details of each case. So this is a big value for brokers.
Gotcha. I guess we've got enough time to get through one question for each of the panelists. So let's say we are now in mid-February and the year ahead is still looking bright. And you've got on the plate 3 elements to dramatically improve in the next 12 months. One would be a significant improvement to backend and trading engine. Second would be, let's say, middleware, user acquisition, like everything around the onboarding and KYC. And the third one, shiny, user-friendly front end. Where would you place your resources and your efforts, and why?
I think all of the pillars that you mentioned on our industry is very important because each of these, at the end of the day, is something that our end users will eventually feel if they don't see, like if you don't have a good backend User will see that your system in general is not responding. If you don't have a good front end, your end user will obviously see that your portal, your trading platform is not good. So yeah, all of them are important, but for me, the most important is your backend because it's your backbones. It's the backbones of the system. And if this is not built properly to be able to scale and to scale and to sustain your growth, then it's very difficult anyway to be good. I mean, that's my person.
Angelos.
For us, we're constantly focusing on, because our brokers are growing and they have hundreds of thousands and some of them millions of customers. So for us, performance and stability to maintain that all the way through, albeit the growth, that's a constant thing that we never stop. The other thing is because we have different types, we have three different types of end users. It's the broker, the IB, and the client. So we want to offer all of them the most intuitive environment and the most friendly, the best user experience in all pillars. And especially when it comes to the brokers, which is our client is the broker, to give them more tools to be more self-sustainable when it comes to using our systems. Although we have a dedicated and fanatic support team for our clients, we want to give them more self-service, such as we have now an alpha release of the vendor-to-broker conversational AI to answer all their questions, inline help wherever we can, and also the assistance when they try to do certain actions on the system. So for us, it's very important that they have fast support because the support is very important for the operation. And this is utilizing a lot of AI for designing the interfaces and also for providing services to the clients.
Thank you. Alex, over to you.
Well, definitely backend, 100%, because customers, they're not idiots. They expect from you always to have a stable product, right? And the whole stability of the product is always in the backend. Your risk engine, your execution engine, your core of your business, basically, it's a backend, right? And you can have a shiny front end, you can have an amazing customer journey, but if tomorrow, math is wrong on your backend, customer will lose money, all that will make no sense. So that's why, you always start with architecture, and architecture means backend. And if you have a perfect backend to scale everything and build all other processes and on other layers around this is simpler.
Then I guess I can congratulate everyone on successfully concluding this panel. It's been a pleasure supporting this conversation and listening to your insights. Have the nice rest of the IFX event.
Thank you.
Yeah. If I may say one last thing, which I missed saying before, if you allow me. We have another 40 seconds. So, what we noticed through the time that we are working with brokers is that the cyber threats and the frauders are constantly becoming more intelligent. So that's another thing that we should all work on which is something that we are already doing, is the detection of fraud from different aspects, cybersecurity aspect and financial aspect. And you very well mentioned it before that it should be our first priority not to lose money from the backend perspective and also from the front-end perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you.